During the dramatic removal of around 8,500 Jewish settlers from the Gaza Strip 4 years ago, some Israeli zealots compared it to the Holocaust and labelled Israeli police who participated as the Gestapo. Now, less than 20 kilometres on the Israeli side of the Gaza border, the village of Nitzan is today home to 3,000 of those settlers. Alongside concrete rocket shelters, they pay $450 per month to live in basic prefabricated homes, but despite being promised permanent homes within 2 years, they are still waiting.
Here people have nothing. The government keeps saying it will help us. Well, please help us. We've been waiting 4 years.
Despite their anger, the residents of Nitzan are true believers that Gaza and the West Bank was given to them by God, and they would happily become settlers once again.
Here are images of the expulsion from Gush Katif, families living with tears.
Dror Vanunu was a former resident of the Gaza settlement called Gush Katif, and now works to ensure the memory is never forgotten. They've even produced games and puzzles so their children remember too.
We have no doubt that Gush Katif is part of the state of Israel. It will take 1 or 2 years or 10 years, or 1,000 years. One day we'll be back.
A confronting ideology at a time when the US is pushing Israel to stop building settlements in its remaining occupied territories. The question now is, if Israel can't keep the 8,500 former Gaza settlers happy with their new lives, then what sort of battle lies ahead with the approximate 500,000 Jewish settlers still living in the West Bank and East Jerusalem?
I think that this time families and people will be much more aggressive, and I'm not sure that the Israeli soldiers will obey this time government decision.
Quality of life.
Israelis fighting for a two-state solution say that's nothing more than a scare campaign.
A democratic state can make decisions and should not be afraid of a minority that will try to prevent it. I think Israel is much stronger than all those threats.
But it creates a dilemma for Prime Minister Netanyahu, facing increased US pressure to end his government's unflinching settlement support. Dan Nolan, Al Jazeera, Nitzan in southern Israel.